So in today's video, I wanted to share with you my version of a starter bag for women over 50 using all drugstore products. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rosanna. So here I am, my glasses on, and P.S. I know there's a buzzing noise going on in my microphone. I'm going to try and fix it. And if not, I'm going to have to get a new one. So please bear with me. I know it's so freaking annoying. But anywho, so in today's video, I have been watching Risa from Risa Does Makeup. I think she's absolutely a doll. She's a makeup artist for 25 plus years. But anywho, a few weeks ago, she created a video about the ultimate starter kit bag for women over 40. So I figured, and by the way, I am not a makeup artist. I'm a nurse by trade, but I do like to do YouTube videos. Actually, I started about a year ago, so I'm super new. And while we're talking about super new, I would love, love, love for you to subscribe to my channel. You could ring the bell. It'll give you notifications of when I post, which is usually on Tuesdays and Saturdays between like 1 and 2. I always go because I try to get in between there. But anywho, so I figured, well, I'm in my 50s. I'm 52 years old, and I'm wondering, okay, I would like to create a starter bag for like an average woman. You know, I wanted to do like my little spin of just a makeup starter kit for women over 50. And I want to start off with drugstore products first. I think next week I will do the same, but use high-end makeup and products. So yeah, so that's what I want to do for this video. I want to create a startup bag for women over 50 using all drugstore makeup. So I'm going to zoom you guys in and let's get started. Okay, so now that I'm all up in your business, I'm going to just start off with any bag. These are like cute little bags that I have picked up along the way. I mean, I am a bag hoarder. Yes, I know I have a problem. I know. But, you know, I'm a bag hoarder, so you could pick up bags like that. Or bags like this. This one is more like of that vinyl, you know, so maybe keep it cleaner than these. But anywho, any bag will do. So we're going to start off with this bag because it's a beauty haul. It's a beauty haul. Okay, so let me just tell you right off the bat, I've always had normal skin. As I've gotten older, it has gotten a little drier. Like I always have a dry patch here. A little bit over here. Obviously, when it's winter time, it is even worse. So I typically do not wear a primer, although lately I have, especially since it's been so doggone hot. So sometimes I will wear a primer. Sometimes if like I'm going out and I want my makeup like to really stay all night. Not that we've been going anywhere this whole freaking year, but you know, you remember back in the day when we used to all go out? Yeah, those times. But anywho, and really it all depends on your skin type. I know that people that do have oily skin, obviously their makeup will slip or sometimes will separate. I don't have a problem with that. So you do what fits your skin type. So for the purpose of this video, I did pick up a primer, the e.l.f. Poreless Face Primer, Prime on the Go. This is probably the same as the e.l.f. Putty Primer, I think. I think it's the same thing. Let me just get my mirror. Okay, cool. And so I'm going to just put probably about this much, and I'm going to just rub it in, and I'm going to just put it in my T-zone. It's got like a little bit of a citrusy smell. I normally do not like any scent on my face, but this is not bad. This is not bad. So like I said, I start off at the T-zone because those are my pores. I want to fill up those bad boys, and you know, the rest, I just, whatever's left on my fingers, I just keep it moving. So let me just check here. Yep, that's pretty good. So that is all I do with the primer, and everything that I will be showing you I use on a daily basis. This is like, you know, this is the makeup that I use. I just picked out specific things out drugstore wise, including like these brushes that I'm going to use. So yeah, so because I wanted to keep everything drugstore related. I think everything, we'll see. I'll put an asterisk if somewhere over there if it's not, but I think I did okay. All right, so primer. So here's the primer. So it goes in our starter bag. Perfect. So we're going to put this in our starter bag. Next, I picked up the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Dewy Foundation, and I'll also link where I picked it up and how much it costs. It's very, very affordable. I want to say it's either $5.99, $4.99, something like that. But anywho, I did self-tan the other day, so it might be a little off. And so yeah, so we're going to start that. I'm just going to shake it up a little bit. In this foundation, it says hydrates and smooth complexion for a luminous finish, buildable coverage for normal to dry skin. Perfect. Shake well. So let me see here for, let's see, buildable coverage. So I like that. As I've gotten older, I have used less and less products. And like I said, leave me some comments down below if that's what you've been using. I have been noticing that, you know, girls at our age, the more we use, the more it looks, to me anyway. And by the way, this whole video is just my opinion and my experience with my skin texture. So for me, the more I put on, the more it looks like makeup, the more cakey, you know, it looks thick. Anywho, so, but you know, whoever's out there, if you have oily skin, you know, use a mattifying primer. That would work out. Or even like for a foundation, you know, this one is luminous. Get like a mattifying, but be careful with the mattifying at our age. I think there's a few, and I can't remember. I will link it down below that there are soft mattes for women our age, but I will link that down below. Anywho, so just first and foremost, I got to tell you, I am not a fan of this like paddle. I don't like doing this. To me, it's unsanitary, but you know, we're gonna do it anyway. Another one, another drugstore foundation that I absolutely love is the L'Oreal 24-hour Fresh Wear that I absolutely adore. But you know, I always gravitate to that, so I figured let me grab this one since, you know, I always forget about it. Probably because I picked up a lighter color. So I'm going to just, yep, exactly what I didn't want to do. I'm just not a fan of that. So I'm going to go, and I think this is plenty. So we're going to go just like that. Normally, I have been trying to use a brush slash, well, let's try it anyway. I picked up this this brush from, this is Sonia Kashuk. I just got it at Target. So I'm going to start off by just swirling it like this. And I also like to use the Beauty Blender, which we're not using for this video because it is not a drugstore. So I picked up the Real Technique, which, by the way, I absolutely love the Real Technique brushes. They are so good. I will show you what I have down here. See, like this is, it's got a scent to it. But, you know, again, I am not a favorite. And by the way, I, again, do not like to use eye primer. Like, and I know a lot of people do, so I just don't like to me personally, every time I use an eye primer, it just shows up my texture even more, and I'm like, wait, what? But I understand people who do have, I'm going to go in with the Real Technique, which I already wet, and how fabulous is this? So, and then I'm going to just pounce where I want a little bit more coverage. Although I will tell you, when you use a sponge, it does pick up more. You're going to waste more on here, but I like the dampness of it. To me, it feels good on my skin, and it just makes my foundation just feel more hydrated. But anyway, so I know that people that have oily skin and oily eyelids, of course, use a primer, and I get it. It looks, you know, your eyeshadow looks better, or I guess it looks more pigmented, but I've been working on that. Like sometimes I wear it and sometimes I don't. And I'm gonna take this down my neck, ladies. Do not forget to go down your neck. Like it is the worst when you have like that line. It's just not, I don't care how old we are. It just does. Wow, this looks so good. Like I had forgotten how nice this looks. Doesn't that look so pretty? Now I do of course have, sunspots, which, hyperpigmentation, so I will go just a little bit, and I'm talking a tiny bit, like a dot. And I guess, you know what, I guess you could use your I guess you can use your concealer with that too, but we'll get to that in a minute. Okay, perfect. This looks so good. Do you see how nice, and it looks so luminous? Doesn't that look so pretty? I think that looks really, really nice. I don't know how you guys are seeing it, but in this mirror, it looks so pretty. And again, a couple of, hyperpigmentations there. Just little dots. And like I said, you absolutely, absolutely can use your concealer. It's just, I don't think I have any concealer like that matches my skin. Like I usually just use the concealer underneath my eyes, and I like that brightening effect. So I can't have like dots all over my face. This looks so friggin' good. And like I said, so the remainder of my foundation, I would just go over my eyelids, and yeah, I guess that's kind of eye primer. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna just lock this bad boy up, and I'm gonna put it in our starter bag. Okay, so now getting to the under eye concealer. I love, if you can't tell, I love the Maybelline Age Rewind Eraser Dark Circles. And of course, I usually get the light pale because I really, really love that under eye brightening. Now, again, this is what I use on mine. If you have like dark circles or, stuff that you're trying to hide, that you need thicker concealer, I know anytime I have a drawer filled with concealers, and every time I hear, wow, that works, nope, this is great for mature skin. All right, I'm going to try it. And like to me, like the thicker the consistency, the more cakey it looks. I mean, and it shows and accentuates everything. And I'm like, daggone it, no. So anywho, I love this. And like I said, I just go underneath ever so gingerly. So I'm going to go right here. I mean, can you see that? And I could tell over there, it's like on the monitor, it's like, girl, that is not ever so gingerly. But over here, it's not that bad. So I will just sit with it for a little bit. Oh, and by the way, we're going to put this little baby in our starter bag. So we're going to do that. I usually just like to use my finger first, just the warmth of my hand, just the warmth of my finger, and I'm just going to press. I'm going to press, 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 press. And then, I don't know if anybody has seen this miracle, this adorable sponge from e.l.f. It is, let me get this straight because I always screw it up. It is, and I'm probably going to screw it up, it is the e.l.f. Hydro Camo under eyes, but I did screw it up, so there you go. Anyway, it's for underneath your eye, and you use it dry, although mine is a little damp because I washed all my brushes and sponges last night. But I don't know what is in this little thing, but it smooths everything out so beautifully. Like, hold on, let me just investigate the situation. So, like nothing. There's absolutely no buildup. There's no caking. It is so perfect. Now, let me just look from afar. I just want to put a little bit. No, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go back into our bag, and I just want to put a tiny, tiny bit right here. Okay, great. Leave me some comments down below. I am so curious for you women who are in your 50s. I'm curious to see what products you use, your skin type. Like I said, I just know my skin type. And of course, Arisa's video was so amazing, and it was so informative with like all different textures, but she's a makeup artist. She knows because she's worked on people with all different skin complexions and textures. Like, I just know mine, but I do know that what may work for me may not necessarily work for you. So I'm just curious of what you guys are using, and yeah, what you guys are using. This little lover, I don't care if I'm using high-end, drugstore, and everything in between. I absolutely love, love, love this Essence Banana Brighten Up powder. It is so great. And while I'm at it here, this Real Technique brush, it is the setting brush. I adore this. Actually, I have the setting brush, and I also picked it up for my highlighter, and I don't know if you could see it anymore, but I had to put an H in here because I would always like, oh God, you do not want frickin' highlighter underneath your eyeballs. But I just think it's just the perfect little size to just, or just a little, it is just perfect. So anyway, these are Real Technique brushes. So I'm going to just pick up a little bit of my powder, and I'm going to tap it off. You see all that? And then I'm going to tap it off again, and then I'm going to go under my eyes, but sweeping it so gently. You see that? Like, so gently. Again, the more like I use, the more it looks dry and cakey. So I don't know how the hell these young girls bake. Every time I see it, like, my under eyes scream, don't do it, don't do it. But anyway, I guess they can get away with it. But this is perfect. See, so that's it. So it's set. It doesn't look cakey at all. It looks just so pretty. So that is, and of course it's all broken because I love it. So I'm going to not put it in the bag because I don't want it to get all over the place. But you know, it goes in the bag. I'm not going to put it in there because I don't want to ruin my bag. Okay, now moving on. I have this bronzer from Rimmel. It is so friggin' nice. It is the Rimmel Natural Bronzer Waterproof Bronzing Powder, and this is in 021 Sunlight. It is so pretty. I use it like the heck out of it. And ooh, you know what? I did not bring my normal Real Technique brush that I always use. It's big and it's beautiful and it's enormous. But I mean, like I said, I washed all my brushes last night, so I'm assuming that it was yeah, it was still wet. So I'm gonna just take this no name brand brush, and like I said, I will tell you honestly, I have been investing more on brushes lately. It does make a difference, but you know, we're starting out. You know, this is a starter bag of, you know, we're just starting out. So I'm going to take this brush. Normally I like it more fluffy. Did I bring it down just to show you? No, I did not. But I will put a picture somewhere, probably over here, of the Real Technique brush that I normally use. And, you know, the fluffier the better. But there's so many good brushes out there. So I'm going to just start off in a circular motion right here. And girls, if you guys want to contour, knock yourselves out. I don't know how. So that's why I don't do it. But, you know, for you ladies, and let me just preface, it doesn't matter how old you are. You like shimmer, you like glitter, you like bold color. You can't do that, but you're not 20. You do you. You do whatever works for you. And even if it doesn't, who the hell cares? If you like it, you do it. You do it. So you do you. Don't ever feel like, well, like I never follow trends. I still wear white after Labor Day. Who the hell cares? If you want to do it, you do it. What's the big deal? Anywho, so there is my bronzer. Let me just, and I like to go over the bridge of my nose. Because, you know, when we're bronzing up in the sun, you know, over the bridge of your nose is probably like the first, and to get all nice and bronzy. Okay, that looks super great. Let me just pull back a little bit, and I want a little bit more over here. And just a quick note, if you stipple, you know, you can use any kind of motion you want. If you stipple, you know, it gives you more of a pigmentation, and then when you go around, you buff it in so it becomes one with your skin. You don't want to be like, you know, well, if that's what you want, I'll take it all back. If that's what you want, you do that. But this to me looks more natural. This looks so good. And don't forget, like I said, to go down your neck. I'm a little kind of iffy with these products because, like I said, I just self-tanned the other day, which I normally don't, but I was trying out one of my favorite products that actually was in, let me see, I can't even remember when, September. I think it was in my August favorite. It's the tanning mousse that I've been trying. It was so, so good, but I will link my August video favorites. It was really, really good. But anyway, so here it is. Here's the bronzer, and in the bag it goes. So that is that. I also have this Revlon Skin Light highlighters. I mean, look at that. I want to bite it. I don't know if, it is so, so, look how beautiful that is. Isn't that gorgeous? So again, this is my Real Technique brush that I use for my under eye setting, but it's the same exact one for my highlighter. So I'm going to pick it up. I usually just grab it on the side. And to me, personally, you can never have too much highlighter. That's just me. That's just me. But I will tap it off and start light. I mean, look at that. I know I piled on a lot, but I barely touched my skin. And then you could always go back. You could always go back. By the way, I just have a little bit of lip balm on. I picked up this Neutrogena Revitalizing Lip Balm. And I think this one was tinted. Yeah, this is in Sunny Berry. So I keep it on to keep my lips super hydrated as we go along the day. So I'm going to just put a little bit over here and a little bit above. Okay, that looks super, super great. And by the way, if you want to do your eyes first, you do your eyes first. If you want to do your face first, you do your face. I mean, you know, you do you, but traditionally, I mean, sometimes if I'm really doing like a smoky eye, if we're going out somewhere to nowhere, yeah, and I want to do something like smoky or dark, of course, I will do my eyes first because sometimes there's a lot of fallout and stuff. So there you go. This is so, so pretty. What do you guys think so far? Leave me some comments. I'm just curious. So we're going to go in the bag-a-rooney and off to that. And then for the, let's see, blush. Where did I put your blush? Oh, by the way, I just want you to know, this is the sunscreen that I use. I know it's filthy. I love it. It's the CeraVe Hydrating Sunscreen Broad Spectrum 30. This is the face one, but this is the sheer tint. I want to say this is probably like maybe 6 months, 8 months old that they came out with the sheer tint. It is great. I will tell you, full disclosure, I do not use it every day because I am totally pressed for time in the morning, and this does need a little bit of time, you know, to sink in. But, you know, I get up super, super early to go to work. I don't have like 15, 20 minutes, you know, to let it seep. I have like legit 10 minutes to get ready in the morning. But other than like them going to work, I got a mask on, you know, I'm in the OR. I wear this every day when I'm not working, and it is so beautiful. Once it seeps in, I can't explain it. First of all, the tint is so, so pretty, but it leaves your face, it almost feels like a lotion slash powder, if that makes any kind of sense, but it leaves your skin so soft and so smooth. I love this. So yeah, I just want to note to self as I'm looking through here. But anywho, did I say blush? We're gonna blush. Yeah, we're gonna blush. So this is the Maybelline Fit Me blush that I love. This is in Plum. I adore this color. I am not a peachy, corally kind of girl. I am like a rosy through and through. I just like that flushed look. So I'm going to just use my little Wet n Wild brush, and we're going to just tap that right in. And by the way, I may just go back into our starter bag because, you know, then you got to look back and assess and say, we may need a little bit more of this, a little bit more of that. We'll see. So I like to start right at the apple of my cheeks, and then I smile. This looks so, so pretty. So I start here, and then I work my way up to the temple. This is so beautiful. And obviously, the fluffier the brush, the more sheer you're going to get your makeup. And of course, the denser it is, the more it will pack on. But I like my blushes nice and sheared out. And again, I'm going to go over my nose. By the way, I have been using a lot of cream blushes that I adore, although I didn't have any, did I have any drugstore? I guess I don't think I had any drugstore. Oof, that looks so pretty. That looks so good. Moving on to these eyeshadows. I mean, come on. These are amazing. They're like $3.99 or something like that. They are great. They're great quality. They're easy. They blend well. It all depends what you want to achieve. So this one is called Truffle. We'll think about that. This one is called Rose Water. That is super pretty. Let me see here. Oop, there you go. That is super pretty. And then this one is called Cream and Sugar. I think I'm gonna go for the rose water. We're just gonna do it. We're gonna, you know, we may mix it around. Let's just mix that. We'll just hold on to everything, and we're gonna just mix everything up. So right off the bat, I'm gonna start off with this color right over here. It looks like a nice transition color, and like you said, get yourself a nice fluffy brush. This was from Tarte, and let me see it. Real Technique also has one. So these are pretty good. I just have a variety of a few brushes. I had so many, I just couldn't bring them all down. So I'm going to just pack this on like this, and I always like to tap it off because you just never know. I like to start off, like, ladies, I have hooded eyes. I don't know about you guys, so I start at the corner of my eye all the time, and it just for placement. That is so pretty. I just tapped it. Just for placement, because I have hooded eyes. So if by chance I do put my eye makeup in my natural crease, you're not going to see it. And anybody who has hooded eyes out there knows exactly what I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to look straight ahead, and if I can see it, that's where I'm going to start my own crease. And I just go back and forth. This is so pretty. Like, dude, I'm done. That was it. I barely touched it. And I'm just going back and forth in a windshield wiper motion. And look how pretty. And for some reason, I don't know about you guys, I always have one eye that always comes out better than the other. I don't know why. Okay, cool. So that is it for my transition. That is so freaking pretty. I love that. Ooh, that's great. So in the corner, I just want to darken it a little bit. I'm going to go for this color right over. Do they have colors on here? No, I'm going to go for this right over here. It's a little bit shimmery, which normally I just like to put like a little bit of shimmer. I don't like to like pack my eyes on the edges with shimmer, but since this is all we have and it's a starter kit, it's such a simple palette. 4 little colors. You could absolutely do anything with any of these e.l.f. Little bite size. They're amazing. So I just picked up a little bit of that brown on this cute little brush. I tapped it, and same thing. I'm just going for placement. That is so nice. And I'm just going to pack a little bit more here. And same thing. I'm just placing it. And if you take like this edge of it over here and just dig a little bit into like your eye socket, you just place it. That is so nice. I'm going to go back with my fluffy brush, and that's what you do. When you go in circular motion, it kind of like shears it out, and then whatever I have left over, I will go into my natural crease now, because I like that it gives you like that kind of like shadowy effect in there. So then I'm going to go in circular motions, and then I'm going to go back and forth. Now here's a fabulous tip. Use your fingers. They are your best tools. So when I'm done, I will go back and I will use my fingers to see if there's something that I don't care for, or it's too dark, or I'm not getting the right look that I'm looking for with a brush. Use your fingers. It is so nice. How beautiful is that? Wow, that is so great. So now, speaking of fingers, I'm going to use my fingers, and I'm going to put in this color right here onto my lids. You can do all matte. You can totally do all matte. I like a little bit of shimmer, and like I said before, don't have anybody tell you that you are too old for shimmer or glitter or any of that. You do you. So I'm going to go, I start off at the center of my eye. How beautiful. And I'm going to go right. I mean, how gorgeous is that? Can someone please raise your hand? You in the back. How beautiful is this color? It is so, so pretty. So I'm going to just go on my eyelid and a little bit above. How beautiful. Absolutely. I absolutely love it. And then I'm going to just use the other hand and I'm going to do the same. It's a little tricky when you're not a lefty, but we can get it done. Wow, that is so beautiful. There you go. There you have it. Now, if you want, you could also put a little bit of the eyeshadow underneath if you want. You can leave it like this and just put on mascara. This is a starter kit. This is like I like makeup. I'm not really sure what to do with it, but I'm open-minded to creating something fun. Very, very simple. So you can leave it like this. You could just put mascara on and call it a day, or we can move on. I think we should move on just a little bit and see what we come up with. By the way, I normally do not put anything on my eyebrows. I don't fill them in. These are it. Sometimes I will use an eyebrow pencil. Sometimes, like, you know, there's a little gray here and there, or to just fluff them up. I did not bring anything down here. But if you need any kind of eyebrow product, I will leave down some comments. I will leave down some products down below, which that I suggest for women our age. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that darker color, and again, this is like a no-nonsense brush. This one's more of like a smudger here, and a thinner one. Here you go. There you go. For like an eyeliner. So I did take this little palette that we're still using, the dark one. On the tip, I just filled up the tip of my brush, and I'm going to go really, really close to my eyelash line underneath. And then when I use that, I like to connect it up on top. So, but just at the outer edge. I mean, look at the difference it makes from this eye to this eye over something so minute. So I'm going to do the same thing on this eye. People are calling me all the time when I'm trying to film. And we're going to fix that because I know this is like kind of harsh. And I usually just go 3/4 of the way because I personally do not like eyeliner to go all the way. I personally do not like to put eyeliner all the way or eyeshadow all the way in. To me, it just looks too harsh for what I'm trying to do. Now, here's a perfect example. Did not like that I had too much on this side. Use your finger. Use your finger. I'm going to brush that up, and I'm going to do the same on this side. Ooh, this came out so good. And then I'm going to use this other side underneath, and then I'm going to use the other side of the brush, and I'm going to just brush it to just smoke that out. Now, real quick, I just smoked this out with like this other tip of the brush. Look at the difference between this is, although it's more smoky, it leaves the eye more soft, I think. So that's this eye. So I'm going to go back and do the same over here. That is so, so pretty. And then to soften that up, I'm going to just take a lighter color. Let's try this color over here that we started with. And then I'm going to go underneath just to soften that under eye a little bit. That is so pretty. You see how that kind of just softens it up a little bit? That is gorgeous. So now I think I'm going to go into a different bite size. So I'm going to go into like a little, so now I'm going to go into a different palette. This one is the cream and sugar because I want to do a little bit in my inner corner, and I think I'm going to use this color right over here. And let me see, I guess I'll take the same thing. You could use your brushes over and over again. I'm going to take this brush. Of course, I'm going to clean it off because you don't want black in there. So I just cleaned it off, and I'm going to dip into this shade right over here, and I'm going to put it underneath, and I'm going to put it in the corner of my eye. Yeah, see? That is so beautiful. Wow. And again, you know, if you want, you could use your finger to just press it in, thin it out. Oh man, that is so, so pretty. Okay, so that is that. So I think that is it for the eye. Personally, let me go, I'm regrouping. I don't like shimmer above my looking through all these, and like this I think is probably the lightest one. Let's see. I still think it would be a little bit too beige-ish to put up on the eyelid. So I don't have one in there. I don't have one in here, and I don't have one in here. So what I like to do is I will go back to my setting powder. I grab my setting powder. So here's a setting powder, my broken soda peg that I adore. And yeah, so that's what I will use. So I can go in with my any kind of small brush. I will pick up some product and I will tap it off, and I will just put the setting powder, something light, right underneath my brow, and it absolutely does the trick. Speaking of brows, you can even use an eyeshadow palette to fill up your brows. Let's just do that. Did I bring a little brush down here? I did not bring like an eyeshadow brush, like to brush that up, but I just want to use that as an example. So my eyebrows are pretty dark, so I'm gonna use this black right over here, and then just tap it on this little brush right over here. Just a little brush over here, and basically you just go in like the strokes of your hair. I mean, I know some people don't have much eyebrow, but you could absolutely use an eyeshadow palette that is closest to the color of your brow. I mean, how cool is that? And we're gonna just work it. I mean, I did not bring an eyebrow brush. Again, use your fingers. But that worked out pretty good. Now I have to do the other side. We can't look wanky. So I'm gonna just go here and then just fill. I mean, like I said, I really don't need it, but of course any of you ladies out there who do, I don't think you really necessarily have to go get an eyebrow pencil. I mean, of course you can. They're very, very reasonable, but in a pinch, because we're just starting, you could just use an eyeshadow palette. Anywho, so that was a good trick. Okay, so great. Eyes are done right now for the eyeshadow, so I'm going to put this in our bag. And let's see, that's done and that's done. So I'm thinking, let me see what I got here. I brought down eyeliner. Now, traditionally, let me take that back. I try to stay away from the blacks because to me, it's just too harsh. For me personally, at my age, I like more of the brown or the bronzy. But let me see. So I have the L'Oreal Infallible 16-hour wear, and this is in carbon black. I mean, it's black. You know, there you go. It's black. But then I also have, that was quick. It's black. But then I also love like these Pixies. These are the Endless Silk eye pens, and this one is in Copper Glow, and I'll put it right next to it. I mean, it just makes it so much warmer. But for argument's sake, let me see what I have. I don't think this bronzy color is going to go really with this kind of plummy color. So what I like to do is, if I don't like to put eyeliner on it, and you don't have to, I personally don't like to unless it's like an outing, I just tight line with it. So I'm going to tight line, and tight lining, if you don't know, is like this underneath. I don't know how people do it. I'm going to look like a crazy person, like people keep their eyeballs open. I don't. I just close my eyes and do it. So I will show you. And it makes a huge difference that you don't even have to put eyeliner like above, like on your eyelid. Like to me, like again, for me personally, it just gives you a different, harsher vibe, in my opinion. But you still want to have that effect of full eyelashes. Tight lining will do the trick. Okay, don't judge. So now I tight lined, and I just want you to see the difference between tight lining and not. I mean, they're still both beautiful. They're still both beautiful, but somehow this eye looks more brighter. It looks more open, and then your eyelashes seem a lot bigger. But anywho, so that's a nice, neat little trick. Okay, perfect. So we did that. I'm not going to put any eyeliner in my waterline underneath. That's the end of the eye makeup. So I'm going to just curl my eyelashes, and this is like a no nonsense, you know, eyelash curler that I bought at our local Harmon's. I live in New Jersey. I don't know if there's a Harmon's by you guys, but so that's it. I just pump it up a little bit. I don't know. I personally do not wear eyelashes because I don't know how to freaking put them on. But by all means, anybody, no matter how old you are, can wear eyelashes. I think they're beautiful, and I'm just doggone jealous that I don't know how to use them, or else I would absolutely use them. Oh, by the way, before I put on mascara, I just want to throw on some setting spray because I don't like to put on my mascara and then my setting spray because sometimes like it'll get wet. So I am using this Wet n Wild. This is the natural finish. But before we do that, I just want to pull back and see if I need something, and I think I do. I think I want to put on a little bit more blush. So we go into our starter bag, and I'm going to pull out my blush, and I just want a little bit more blusher-rooney. So I think I'm going to change up my brush, and I'm going to use this e.l.f. This is a highlighting brush, but again, you could use it for anything. You could use brushes for anything. And I'm going to just put that, yeah, see, that is so pretty. And I'm going to actually just stay right at the cheeks. That's perfect. Okay, I think I'm good with that. I think I want a little bit more of highlighter. Look, they'll be like, girl, you are glowing. Okay, cool. So I think I'm good like that. And now I'm going to set my face. Let me just pull my hair back. And I'm just going to, that's about it. So I let it dry. This one is a little aggressive. There are so many on the market that have a nice mist. You could pick whatever you want. I will leave a few down below. I like the setting mists because sometimes, like again, if you're gonna sweat, it'll hold on to your makeup, or if your skin is too dry, it will hydrate. And speaking of hydrating, I just take my damp sponge, and right at the very end, when it's almost dry, I just make sure everything is seeped in. Actually, this side is pretty nice because it gives you more real estate to work with. That is so nice. Okay, so we did that. I'm putting this in my bag. Putting this in my bag of goodies. And yeah, so I just picked up recently this Pixie Large Lash Mascara on the recommendation of Wayne Gauss, who I adore. And he was like, I mean, talking about this mascara, I'm like, well, I have to buy it. And he was right. It is great mascara. So it is a very fat wand. Don't like it for underneath because, you know, I'm going to get all over the place. So, yeah, we're going to try it. I do like thinner wands for underneath because I make a mess. But this is such great mascara. Let's pray to all the gods that I don't get it all over my eyelids, which I normally do. And what I like to do, if I get caught with like a brush this big, I'll use most of the products on my upper eyelashes. Damn, that looks good. And then I will go down because there's hardly any product left. And I will do the lower ones. Note to self, that eyeliner that we tight lined went underneath in my lower lash line. So sometimes that they will do that. I will see if I could. I haven't found an eyeliner, I guess if it's waterproof, but I haven't found an eyeliner, although I really haven't been looking, to be honest with you, that doesn't kind of go into your lower lash lines as well. I mean, so you see it transferred right in here, like we didn't put any eyeliner underneath. But I mean, I like it. I mean, if you don't, I will research it and put it down below, or you're gonna have to just put it like right above and not in. But anywho, so that's it. This looks so good. Let me just back it up, sister. It looks so pretty. So onto the lips. Oops, forgot to put this in our bag. So that goes in our bag. And yes, I Just picked up a random lip liner. I absolutely love this lip liner. This is the NYX Professional Makeup. Hold on, because it's a long one. Slide on, glide on, stay on, and definitely a turn on. Waterproof Extreme Color Lip Liner. And this is in nude suede shoes. I adore this lip liner. It is so creamy and it's so, so pretty. To me, it's the perfect nude. So and then what I like to do is like to take my finger and just shear it onto my lips, so I don't like that harsh line. And there you have it. There is your lip liner. You can use a lighter one, you could use a darker one, whatever you prefer. There's a gajillion great lip liners in the drugstore. And for me personally, I'm not a lipstick wearer. I don't like lipstick, but I love a lip gloss. But I will tell you, I have a few lip glosses that are very opaque, and they could mimic like a glossy lipstick, or you could just have like a regular lip gloss. I always like a nude lip. So you can just dabble it like this. You can just pat it on your lips. And again, use your fingers. And then, oh God, this is so pretty. And it's so creamy. So that's it. I'm going to leave it just like this. And we're going to put this in our bag. And yeah, so that is it. I'm going to zoom back out and we're going to talk about everything that we've accomplished. Okay guys, so there you have it. This is my version of a starter kit for women over 50 using all drugstore products. Now, like I said, this is just my opinion and I am only familiar with my skin tone, but I will leave links down below of products that are good for oily skin. Mine is combination dry. And yeah, that's it. This is my version. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave me some comments down below. I am so curious as to do you like these products? Do you agree with me? You don't agree with me? And yeah, all you ladies out there over 50, I would absolutely love to hear from you guys. You guys be good to each other, love each other, and have a great day. Bye.